guys, my name is Victoria and today I'm gonna have a get ready with me featuring new products from Wet n Wild. So they recently came out with this new foundation, the Wet n Wild foundation, PhotoFocus foundation. Looks like this. So it first came out online and then now it's all over in stores. I just saw it the other day at Rite Aid. So I'm gonna be doing a get ready featuring a lot of, basically all Wet n Wild products. There might be a few here and there that are not, but mostly Wet n Wild brushes, eyeshadows, all that great stuff. So if you want to see that, stay tuned and let's get started. So first I'm gonna start off with my eyes because usually when I do my makeup I do my eyes first. My eyebrows are look a little rough. If I'm looking over here, it's because there's my mirrors right here, and that's, I mean, I would love to be able to like just in the camera, but I'm not that talented. So I'm gonna just take this primer, and this is the Wet n Wild and Fergie collection primer. It looks like that. And they also have their own like Wet n Wild just eyeshadow primer. I just don't have it. I was looking over there because my dog's over there chewing on something and my purse is on the floor. So I'm like, boy, better not. Okay, so I'm going to take this Wet n Wild brush. Unfortunately, their brushes do not have their names on them. So I think this is like a concealer brush. But I'm going to use it for my eyeshadow primer and concealer. Now, you'll see these brushes are dirty because I actually filmed this already once and I didn't like it, so we're doing it again. Just gonna pat that on my eyes. Yes. And I'm sorry if you can hear like lawnmowers and stuff. It's like lawn day at my apartment complex, I guess. I don't really know because I really don't keep track of those things, and usually I'm at work, but today I'm off, thank God. So I will be filming quite a few videos today. Yeah. Alright, so after that, I don't even know what kind of eyeshadow look I want to go for today. I don't know. I'm going to wear red today. I don't even know. So I have this Wet n Wild and Fergie collection. They also have this just in the regular Wet n Wild line. And I saw these at Rite Aid and they were like 50% off. But there was only one left and it was all broken. So this is the one in the Center Stage collection. Milano collections, I'm not sure, but I feel like I have like several palettes that look like this. So like, but for some reason I was like on the hunt for this one palette. So I have that palette, and then I also have their 8-pan palettes. I have the one in Petal Pusher, which looks like this. It's all purple. So this used to be like my favorite palette, and for like the longest time before I was like when I was barely starting getting out in makeup, I love this palette. This is actually a repurchased one. The shadow still broke. I don't know what even happened. It was like my, no. Yeah, it was a good crease color. And I also have the one in, what is this one? Comfort Zone. I was reading down here and it's like in a different language. I was like, wait a minute. Oh, the brush is still in this one. So that one looks like that. So it has, I think I'm gonna use like a mixture of all the palettes. I think, I don't know if this crease color actually has shimmer in it. It looks like it does. Yeah, it does look a little bit like satiny. So I'm gonna use this Wet n Wild, the Fergie palette, and I'm gonna go in with this neutral brown shade right there, and I'm gonna take this brush, which again, they don't have the names on them, and I threw away the packaging, so I'm just gonna take this brush and put it in my crease. Any smaller. Oh, I forgot. This is like a random Wet n Wild brush. I think it might have came in. Oh yeah, no, it didn't come in this. I was gonna say I think it might have came with this. I don't know what happened to the brush that came with this palette. I think I need to find it if I still have it. But this is another random Wet n Wild brush that I think I got at like the Dollar Tree or something. And I'm gonna take this deeper brown shade there and put it in my outer V. like all these shadows. Like all these shimmer shades in here are so pretty. So the one's over here. Okay. What am I gonna do? I used this shade last time I did this, and these brushes kind of suck when it comes to packing on a shadow coat. Let me see if I have another brush that I can use. Okay, I don't know what this brush is, but it doesn't fit in there. It's not the brush from this eyeshadow palette. But I think these eyeshadows work best with natural hair brushes, not synthetic brushes, which I believe these are all synthetic. I don't think these are natural hair brushes. So I'm going to use this e.l.f. setting spray just to wet my brush a little bit. The Wet n Wild does have a primer and setting spray. However, I've been to like 3 stores and they've been sold out each place. And I think they were sold out online as well. So, and I think I'm going to take this more like yellow gold versus this one is more of a bronzy color. So I'm going to go with this yellow gold color. And, oh yeah, put that on my lid. Now I have like really crinkly eyelids, so sometimes I need to like pat the shadow onto my eyelid versus like rubbing it on my eyelid because it just kind of gets a little crazy. Oh, got a little bit of, and I do have hooded eyelids, so my eyeshadow does tend to transfer. Just gonna do a little bit more spray on there just so I can make it pop a little bit more. That's better. Okay. Alright, so I don't know if you can really see that. Hopefully my light is not washing it out completely, but there's my eyeshadow look. Let's see. I'm gonna go back with this brush, and I'm gonna take the purple, this dark purple color, and I'm just gonna put that a little bit in my crease too, just to add a little bit more depth to the look. My dog's right here. He's like, "What are you doing? Pay attention to me." I'm gonna go back with the original brush that I was using. I'm back in with that crease color from this palette and just kind of blend everything out. So yeah, there's the eye color. Right, so now I'm gonna go in with some eyeliner. And they came out, I don't know if this is new. This is new, but it's the felt tip eyeliner crown pro line, and this is what the packaging looks like, and this is in the color black. Wait, I can't open it. Oh, there we go. So this is what the tip looks like. So I'm just gonna go ahead and line my upper lash line with this. Pretty good. I think it's pretty good. Almost, you know how it goes with eyeliner and eyebrows, everything. One side comes out like that. The other side's kind of like, it's Monday. I'm really trying to make the effort, but I'm just not quite there yet. You know? So that is my eyeshadow look. So now I'm gonna move on to lashes. So they have this PhotoFocus lash primer, which looks like this, and it's just a white eyelash primer. So I'm gonna put that on. Actually, before I do that, I'm gonna take now this mascara, which is their mega length mascara, is mascara that I use all the time. I don't know. Oh, I was like, where is the writing at? Yes, their mega length mascara. I use this all the time, so if I have like eyeliner and crap all over my hands, I'm gonna put this on my bottom lash line before I start with the upper lash line. They have several different mascaras. This is just the one that I like to use the most because I feel like it separates my lashes and gives me pretty good length, which is what I look for in a mascara. So now I'm going to take the eyeshadow primer and put that on my upper lashes. See my eyelashes. And they do sell false eyelashes as well, but again, like I could not find them. Maybe they have them. I didn't go to Walgreens. They might have had them at Walgreens. I don't know. My Walgreens kind of sucks. So I don't really go there often. So here's the eye look so far with mascara. I think it looks pretty nice. It's like nothing too crazy or dramatic, and it's, I think, an everyday look. So now I'm just gonna go ahead and add some eyeliner. If I can find it. Okay. So this is the Wet n Wild Mega Last Retractable Eyeliner, and it looks like that. And you know, it's just a twist up eyeliner. Not the best eyeliner, but decent. And that is the eyeliner. Like I said, not the blackest eyeliner, but still pretty good pigmentation and easy to work with. Yes. So now let's move on to the face and test out what we all been waiting for, which is this new foundation. So I'm gonna use my e.l.f. primer, and this is just a regular primer. I actually have a new e.l.f. primer too, but honestly, I don't know where it's at. Sometimes when you have way too much makeup, that was way too much primer. So I'm just gonna push this into my pores because I have a large pores, and that's why I like to use silicone-based primers, because I have large pores. My puppy is barking right now, and I don't know why. He likes to bark at all things. Anything. Everybody is his friend, so he wants to bark. Okay. Now that that's done, I'm gonna try to wipe all this other excess crap off my hands, so I really don't know what it is. Okay, so next I'm gonna take this foundation, and this isn't, I have it in the shade Toffee, which is a little bit dark for me, but I don't feel like they had like another shade that was like the next, like the the shade before this seemed a little bit too light, but I also only saw these online, so I didn't really get a chance to look at them when I was in store, so there might be another shade that will fit me better, but I can make it work. So I'm just going to dab this on the back of my hand. Again, I filmed this video once already, so I kind of know how this applies, which I really like. The only thing is this brush, which is their flat top brush, I feel like it soaks up a lot of product, so I'm just going to dab this on my face. And I mean, I don't know if the camera, if you can really tell on camera that it's just like a tad bit darker than I am right now, like compared to like my neck and stuff, but we will make it work. But I do really like it, and like I said, I feel like it applies really nice to the face, like flawlessly. So if this is the side with makeup, the side without. And that's just like one layer, like I said. And I don't know, does this claim to be full coverage? Tested with and without flash. No, just this photo finish. It's cruelty free, but it doesn't really say what kind of coverage it has, so that's interesting. Say like a light medium coverage. But again, and that's gonna be depend on your preference, because I don't always wear full coverage foundation. Most of the time I go for like light to medium coverage, and that's just me. So if you like full coverage, I don't know that you necessarily like this, because it does, like I said, it does cover pretty well. Get underneath, because I think it covers pretty well. But as you can see, I do have like age spots and whatnot, dark spots on my face, and you can still see those, which is no problem. But I do feel like it makes my face look super flawless. Yeah, this looks so nice on my skin. Oh my goodness. I don't know if I can zoom it in. I don't want to zoom it in, but because I don't know how to work those fancy, you know, settings. But I feel like it looks so good on my skin. And it's a little hard with the light too to really see, but I think it looks super nice. Take that off. Like I said, I like the way this brush applies it. I just feel like it kind of soaks up a lot of product, so. Okay. So then, I'm missing a brush. Okay. We're gonna take that brush that I used earlier for my primer, and we're gonna put on not foundation, concealer, if I could find it. Concealer. Oh, here it is. So they have the new Wet n Wild. Obviously, this is all Wet n Wild PhotoFocus concealer, which looks like that. And I have the shade Medium Deep Tan. So I'm just gonna put this under my eyes. I don't use a lot of concealer under my eyes, but I do have like dark circles underneath there, so they need help. And like this color would probably be a better foundation color for me, the concealer, but. Alright, so next I'm going to set it with some powder. And again, I bought this stuff online, so the colors were deceiving. So I got this shade in their Note PhotoFocus pressed powder, which and I got the shade Golden Tan, and I don't know if you can see how like light that is, but it is kind of light, but we will make it work. It's a really nice powder though, like super nice. I'm just gonna go with this, I don't even know, angled brush from Wet n Wild. Just go ahead and set everything on my face. Oh wow, I feel like my face looks like crazy, like flawless. Like no, like I don't know how to explain it, but it just looks so airbrushed, like not real. Which I don't know if it's the look that I like all the time, especially if I'm just going out to like go grocery shopping or get some food like real quick. Because that's what I'm gonna go do after this. I'm gonna probably go get some food. I don't know what my dog is doing. He's like on the couch like right now, like barking at the door, and I don't know what purpose that serves. Bandit. Yeah. All right. So now on to like the rest of the face, like contouring, highlighting. Don't worry, I didn't forget about my brows. I guess I can move on to brows now, because I just like to wait until after I put my foundation on to do my brows. So they have, and this is this new, the Color Icon brow pencil, and it's double-sided, and when I first opened it, this thing came off, which is the side with the spoolie on it. The spoolie's really little, but still works. And then, sorry. And then the other side just has a pencil like this. This is the color, and this is the shade in Brunettes Do It Better. So I'm just gonna, I don't do anything crazy with my eyebrows. I just like to keep them pretty natural. So I'm gonna try to move my mirror over so that you can still see me in the camera. I'm doing this. So that was nice. This is actually really nice and creamy, and I think decently pigmented, that it doesn't make your eyebrows look super crazy. And like I said, I'm more of a natural eyebrow person, so I like my eyebrows to look just, you know, kind of fill them in and give them a little bit of shape to them, but this one is looking super crazy. Did you guys agree? I don't know, I can't really see, but I feel like this one looks kind of crazy. It is what it is. So next they have the new Ultimate Brow Mascara, and it comes in a tube like this, kind of looks like a mascara. And here is the wand. And this is in the shade Nothing But Brunette. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Do you see what I'm talking about? Like, I don't know. This eyebrow just looks kind of wonky. It's okay. It's okay. We will survive, because we can always wash all of this off. Okay, so now that that's done, I'm just gonna go back with this, oh no, not that one. Oh, back with this concealer brush. I'm just gonna take some concealer just to clean up my eyebrows a little bit. I'm just gonna take a little dab of that. So I'm gonna take another shader brush, and I'm gonna take from the Comfort Zone palette, I'm gonna take this very top shade, which says brow bone on it, and run that under my brow bone. Hopefully it's not too crazy. Are you picking up color? I can't tell. Oh, it's picking up shimmer. That's fine. Okay. I also forgot about my inner corner highlight. We're gonna take a small brush from over here. This is not a wet one brush. I think this is a Coastal Scents little mini brush. And I'm gonna go back into this Fergie palette, and I think I'm gonna take maybe this pink shade over here, and put it in my inner corner for inner corner highlight. Okie dokie, and let's move on. So, okay, so Grwm sells these contouring palettes. There's one in Dolce de Leche, and I think the other one is like something about, I don't know, toffee? Caramel toffee, I think is the other one. So this is what it looks like. Let me just swatch the colors for you. So that's them right there. Neither one of these like is gonna do much for me. I mean the highlighting palette, the highlighting side would probably be okay underneath my eyes to brighten up. But the contour is too light for me to contour with, honestly. So, and the other one is not, it's just a warmer, because the setting powder is yellow, and then the contour side is just a little bit of a warmer brown. Still not dark enough. So I got the Black Radiance True Complexion Contour Palette, which Black Radiance is the sister company to Wet n Wild. So I thought it was like, you know, kind of the same, just under a different name. I don't know, because really Wet n Wild doesn't have any contour products that would fit my skin tone. So I'm trying to get this thing off. Okay, it's not coming off. No. So this is what that palette looks like. I just remembered I forgot. Look at this highlight. This is what really made me want to buy it, because of the highlight. Ooh, that's a pretty color. I just remembered I didn't get any blushes or highlights from Wet n Wild, which I do have. Blushes. So I have a lot of the these blushes, which are the color icon blushes, as well as several highlights from them. But let's get back to the contour. So this is the bronzer color, and this is the contour color. My hands are a little bit wet, so I'm just gonna, ooh, these are soft. Ooh, let's look at this contour color, and then this is the bronzer color. So I'm gonna go into the bronzer shade with this angled brush. I'm gonna go very, like, light-handed with it though. Oh yeah, cause look at that. I'm gonna blend it out because I don't like a super harsh contour. Still a little bit much, but what is? And again, if you do it to one side, you gotta do it to the others. So we're just gonna go. That was a very light hand that I went in there with as well. Like I barely touched this brush in there. Okay, I think they look okay. Like I said, that's kind of like a little bit more harsh than this side, but it's okay. It's okay. So then, I think I'm in love with this palette, but we'll explore this more at another time because we're focusing on the Wet n Wild stuff. So then for blush, I'm going to take this blush and Mellow Wine. Like I said, I have other blushes from them too, but I just really like this color, so we're going to, again, be light-handed because these blushes are very pigmented, just like a lot of their face powders. And then for highlight, I'm going to take their highlighting gold bar, which looks like this. I really like this highlighter. I'm actually going to use a smaller brush. This brush to put this on. Again, light hand. Okay, so this is my face. I think it looks really good. Like, I'm really impressed by these products by Wet n Wild, and I really definitely need them to add to my, like, daily rotation, because I feel like, oh my god. You know when you feel like you're really having, like, a good makeup day? Like, that's how I feel right now. Okay, so next and last is going to be the lips. They sell several lip liners, and I don't want to wear lip liners. I'm trying to start, but I don't. But they also have like several lipsticks, and I have a couple different lipsticks. But they recently came out with these Mega Last Liquid Catsuits, liquid lipsticks. So this is what the shade looks like here. It looks like that, which is just a little bit too light on my lips. I don't know why. So I'm going to take their, I don't know what kind of lipstick line this lipstick is from, but it's their lipstick in Peachy Keen, and it looks like that. And this is like one of my favorite lipsticks from Wet n Wild, so I'm just going to put that on my lips first. Just to give me a more warm undertone for my lips, because it does start to pull, this color does start to pull a little bit gray on me, and I don't like that. So the Peachy Keen just warms up my lips. So when I put this on, it just looks like a really dusty, mauvey, pinky color, and not gray. And these do take a little bit just to dry down. I have worn them. They are pretty comfortable. Like this, I only have this color. It is pretty comfortable on the lips. But I kind of feel like when I ate, it kind of came off. So yeah, but it may have been because I had a color underneath. So I don't know. And it's on your teeth. Yikes. Okay, guys. So this is the finished look. I think it came out really good. Like I said, I'm very impressed with the way that my makeup looks right now. So like, we'll just have to see how it holds up throughout the day. Like I said, I'm probably gonna go get something to eat and run a couple of different errands. So we shall see how this holds up. I really appreciate you guys for watching, and I will see you in my next video. Bye!